Alright, we're back, and so we have set ourselves up for success. So I don't have to say that anymore. And I've actually said it to an annoying extent just because I had a boss once that used to say it all the time to me. Like, you have to set your next shift up for success. And anyway, let's get rid of that now. And we got another boss fight. This one we do have to actually fight too. And when I was talking about this game in the last video, and like how in my mind it was like the greatest Resident Evil for its time. Like I'm not joking at all about that, or I'm not being sarcastic, or like, if anything, I'm understating how I felt about this game. Like when this game came out, it must have been about, let's see, 2002. Would have been about 16 at the time. And at that point, I was playing a lot of games, but I wasn't beating a lot of them. You know, only games I really liked would be played again. And that would be stuff, you know, like around that time would be like Ocarina of Time or Mario 64. And stuff like that. And then the GameCube came out. But still, I mean, there's so many games I played back then that I never beat. Like one being like Final Fantasy VII is a good example. Just like I don't know. Most of them I never beat. I started them, I owned them, I just never finished them. But this game I played the hell out of, because I was surprised that something like this could ever come out. You know, never seen anything like it before. It is the nose, right? And it's so well designed. There's a few puzzles, and I'll point them out when I get there, that just don't really stand up to everything else in the game. But I mean, outside of that, it's the perfect remake. It's the perfect remake. That should do it. Oh no, it didn't. That did. See, even though, like, to me, these days, Resident Evil 2 is the one I enjoy playing the most. That remake, it was good, but it had less. It cut stuff out from the original. Like 3 especially did that. And I still love Resident Evil 3's remake too, but those two games, they cut stuff out of the original game in order to modernize it, I guess, or I don't know. I don't know the exact reasoning. But with this game, they took the original and they added upon what was already there. They took nothing away. They just added to what was in the original. And I think that's really cool. Actually, there is a shorter path to where I'm trying to go, but that's okay. I think, except now we're gonna have a zombie coming out. No? So that's it. Ink ribbon. Actually, I need to grab the Magnum key because we're gonna get that now. We're getting the Magnum. Don't need you right now. Stone and metal object. I need that. Okay. And I'll save. You know what? There's no reason to save, so I'm going to take these with me, and then I'll save. So that's it. Now if I were to try to go through into the room, like through that way, wouldn't be able to. So this is the first time in the game you're actually forced to deal with dogs. Up until... Actually, no. If you hurry there, you don't have to. Coming up, though. But yeah, up until now, if you're quick, you can just avoid having to deal with him whatsoever. But we have we have to meet someone first before we get there. So let's go meet this special person. Don't worry, she's amazing. She's not scary at all. Now, if you're ever like having trouble remembering this puzzle, whoops, why did I do that? No, I don't want to do it again. Anyway, it's the bottom right one every time. In this case, it's west. And there's gonna be one more. Yeah, I mean, some things don't hold up as well as others, though. Like, the dialogue and stuff. I already mentioned that. I mean, there's other stuff too, like, so why are you traveling on your own again, everyone? And why do you always need to be separated? And the real reason is, like, it's scarier if you don't have a partner. Right, Resident Evil 4 through 6? But it does lead to the story kind of not making the most sense. You know, in a normal situation, like there's no way you'd be like, oh yeah, we need to all separate and go our own way. Then you take into account stuff like keys that needed to get places, and then there's other characters that are already there. They got there somehow. I guess if Jill could be like Barry and just shoot every door open, then it wouldn't be an issue. And we have the Magnum. She's freaking terrifying. Lisa Trevor. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole new thing they added for this game. Lisa Trevor. Nice. She has this backstory, and in a lot of ways, she's central to the entire plot. And the path to the laboratory is blocked by her, for fuck's sake. You know. And it's just a great example of like adding to what's already there, as opposed to like taking stuff away, like they did in the newer Resident Evil games. Actually, no, I will take that. Magnum I'll put away for now. Okay. Someone's home. Now, I've heard if you just run right by her, like past her right side, you won't get hit. And I tried it and it worked once, but I'm just not fast enough with it usually or something. So I know she attacks right away, so my plan here is to just kind of back up, let her miss hopefully, and then run past her. God, how many faces? She's like... That's like more than her mom's face on her. Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted it to go. Check my health here. Because believe it or not, once you leave his cabin, you can go right back in and she will be gone. So I will take a healing item now. Watch me be wrong on it and just get like destroyed. But now she's gone. Not really much to watch out for on your way back. There's gonna be a zombie here, but just hug like the right side of the screen. Or, well, yeah. It's hard to give directions because of the camera angles changing. But either way, if you know where the zombie is, he's easy to avoid. If you don't, though. And I would understand if someone like new to this game, who's never played it, like this type of game before, played it, and they're like, that zombie's off camera, how was I supposed to know it was there? Because they ran into it and like got killed or something. Like, I would understand that as a complaint. Like, I love this game, but that's because I know more or less like where all the enemies are and stuff. But if I didn't have that knowledge, then all the like changing of camera angles and stuff would legit piss me off. That's why it took me so long to get into Resident Evil 0, because I feel like that one's even worse when it comes to camera angles changing. And there's a reason I'm not playing it again, guys. Like, I'll put up the original if anyone asks for it, with the sound cutting out and stuff, but it is annoying to listen to.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me? Shit, it's broken.
But I don't want to play it again because, you know what? It's not really a good game. I'm actually trying to kill these dogs, which I never do. No. And my other issue with Zero was the lack of item boxes, and I know they're not realistic, and it's impossible to put something in a box and then have it appear in every other similar box, like in the area, like the same stuff. But in that game, if you don't know what you're doing and you leave the hook shot like behind in the wrong place, or you forget to bring your grenade launcher, like good weapons along, and during points where you can't go back, they never warn you about, yeah, you can screw yourself pretty bad. No, not that way. At this point, if you get poisoned, it's really not a big deal because there's enough blue herbs around. In fact, I'm gonna put one in my inventory just to be safe. Or let's put two there. Why not? Save room here. So I kind of put these below everything. Yeah, not really any point saving it. There's always a risk of like your system crashing or something. But these spiders are pretty docile. Like, you might get poisoned. If you do, then there's blue herbs, so you don't really have to worry about it. So that's combined with the red herb. More shotgun ammo. And the book. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you just run to the door, there's an RNG factor, but if you just run to the door, you'll mostly come out without getting injured at all. But yeah, it's like, what happened between this and Resident Evil 0? And I'm not trying to, like, complain about that game too much. It's not horrible, it's just not really a good Resident Evil game. And I've tried to enjoy it. But I can't. Even when you're not getting lost, it's still just a lot about it's just a pain in the ass. So yeah, at least at this point, I'm not really willing to replay it again. Like, either put up the version with the sound cutting out all the time. Not all the time, but just enough to be really annoying. Or not put it up at all.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's going on with you?
This is creepy, man. action's got me on nerves. Anyway,
Ooh.
outside, get some fresh air for a change. Don't worry, I'm just gonna get some fresh air. Wait some monsters along the way.
Alright, we got a key in here. There's now a zombie in here, and I'm not entirely sure where it came from. I'm gonna have to deal with it when the time comes. It's not a big deal because we have the assault shotgun. Yeah, there's a reason you push the crates like this, and it's because if you don't, you'll get grabbed by a tentacle. It's all one-time use keys. Over here. There's a guy hanging here. Let's grab the self-defense gun. No, not that. It does a lot of damage on the spider, is what I've been told. So after this, we'll make a save. Because then there's going to be a chance of some danger. Now, I'm pretty sure that the zombie that was hanging there just dropped. I'm pretty sure it only happens in Jill's campaign. And then in Chris's it doesn't. That's the only thing I've been able to figure out. But it really doesn't matter because there's no point coming back in this room again. Okay, that should be all I need. Oops. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 is up there as well. As far as like great horror games, I feel still hold up today. And when I say still holds up today, as I've said before, I'm not saying everything's gonna be great and like match today's gaming standards, but it just, and how effective they are at doing what they're meant to do. Like, there's scary games. Like, my top 3 for horror games of this period would probably be this game, Silent Hill 2, and Eternal Darkness. If you've never played Eternal Darkness, if you'd find some way of doing so, I recommend you do. Because that was a special horror game. Yeah. He's got a shotgun. Oh. Now go turn to Crimson now. Probably will. I don't know what the timer is. As far as how long it takes zombies to turn. But I do know there's puzzles. And when I come back up, it is very likely going to run at me and start swiping. Because this isn't the first time I've let that zombie let it live. Or not live, but you know, killed it without burning it or blowing its head up. There's this, which isn't a hard puzzle, but it's a bit time consuming. Anyway, we got some healing, so this part for me anyway is very RNG. Like I've never been able to just run through it. Or no, I mean I have, like about half the time I go through it like without getting touched, but I mean I've never been able to figure out exactly how to not get hit here. Is what I meant to say. Like sometimes the sharks attack, sometimes they just don't. Yeah, and there's another puzzle here, which again isn't hard. It's harder. Like, make sure you look at this thing here. Open valve 1, so that way you know.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
So basically it's right, left. You're gonna pick the oil valve and hopefully you read which one.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Or wait, I think I need to. Did I do this now? Yeah. And if not, I mean, go check, or you just try all three. You'll have time to try all three. And then it's right, left, up.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
It's another case though where if you don't know what you're doing, like it's a holy shit moment. Because with the modern Resident Evil games, like the 2 and 3 remakes, or 7 even, there's auto saves. So yeah, the game itself will just automatically save before like the parts where you could probably die. So we got a full heal here. That's cool. One second. Yeah, I thought it was funny when I was a kid. Like, marijuana is legal now, at least where I'm at. But like back in the day, it wasn't. So when you went to a smoke shop, it was like the technicality was, oh yeah, I'm getting this as a tobacco product. Like while they're selling bongs and stuff. Like, who the hell would hit the tobacco out of a bong? I don't know. I always thought that was the funniest thing, but it was a technicality that let them like sell paraphernalia, I guess. Anyway. More shotgun ammo here. Excuse me. Rah, 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 rah. Now I've seen Neptune listed as a boss, but it's really not much of a boss fight. You gotta grab the key. He can't. Shark's like, no, can't have that. Push that shit in. Turn on the generator. I feel like that was influenced by like Jaws 2, maybe. 2's the one where it gets electrocuted. Pretty sure. So we got the gallery key now. So in my mind, this game's divided into 3 sections. And the first section is set yourself up for success, which is the opening part of the game where you're in the mansion. This is the second part where you leave the mansion and then go back. What am I doing? Yeah, and everything you do in the second part of the mansion. And the third part starts when you leave the mansion again to go to the caves. Like, I don't know, that's how I see it all. So anyway, we're probably getting Crimson here. I know I didn't go like the quickest, but even if I had, this would probably still be an issue. Hopefully we're fine. If I get swiped once, I'm just gonna heal. Is it not? Oh, it hasn't turned. Okay. That's a surprise, that. More handgun ammo. Handgun ammo. Who needs that? We don't. Yeah, that's another thing with Resident Evil 0 is you pretty much need to use the handgun from start to finish. Right, grab the map, but do not inspect the hole. Yeah, spray it. Put that deep down in the hole and spray it all over what's in there. There you go. Now, no more bugs. No more bugs. Got the residence key, which will open this door. But this is where I grabbed the grenade launcher. Should have brought that from the start, actually. I'm so stupid. Gosh. So dumb. Didn't bring the grenade launcher. I have to go back. Not a very long journey though, is it? Plus it gives me a chance to save, just in case this goes to hell somehow. Alright, so grenade launcher, incendiary shells. I did make a comment in the Resident Evil 0 video that was pretty cool though. Cause I'm like, they changed the name of the flame rounds in every single game. Like in this one they're incendiary shells. In Resident Evil Resident Evil 0 they are what are they? Napalm rounds or shells. Or napalm grenades, one of those. And then in Resident Evil 2, they're flame rounds. Like, why do I keep changing it? Should I save? Nah, I'm too cocky to save. Nah, I will, actually. Like, I really don't think I'm gonna die, but again, this is one of those things where I don't want to mess up and have to go back and do a bunch. So I don't know if I could legally say the name, but at one point I worked at a very popular coffee shop that has white and green cups. It rhymes with marshmucks. Anyway, so when I worked there, we had this game, because you know it's at places like that, like coffee shops. And if you've never worked at a coffee shop, you should try because it's awesome. People there are normally really cool, and we had this game we made up where, not every day, but when our boss days when our boss like wasn't around, or times when our boss wasn't there, we made a list before like our shift started, and it would just be like random words like that you would rarely, if ever, use like in the real world, like I don't know, unicorn or rigmarole, stuff like that, and we had to use those words like on the list. And if you use a word to a customer, and it can't be a regular customer either, because that wouldn't be fair. If you use a word on a list, you cross it out, right? And whoever said like the least amount of words had to go through a punishment that we made up. And one time I lost, and when a customer came in, I had to like randomly just look at them in the eyes and then start singing "I'm a Little Teapot." So I don't know, fun times. Point of all that is I needed something to talk about while I was doing the book puzzle. Now, I don't know why I see people do this, but I do it all the time myself now. After that cutscene, I run down here and then back up. I maybe get poisoned if you stand there after. I don't know. But yeah, if you've never worked at a coffee shop and you have free time, you should. At least like once all this COVID stuff's over, if it's ever over. Like these are crazy times. They really are. Like COVID. Who saw that coming? Like when I was a kid, it was, not just a kid, like teenager, young adult. I mean, you know, we had the Ebola, swine flu, like all that other stuff. But this is the first time they've like taking stuff this seriously, which is crazy.
Joe, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It's all I could do to protect myself against those strange agents.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? The barrier is a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under the circumstances. It's not like our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms in that mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I don't think it's true.
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
Counting on you.
They'll let us separate again. But no! No! Let me squash these things. There we go. So the plant's dead now, so you just run right on by. I almost always get snaked on the way back. Either way, put the grenade launcher away for now. Put you away. No. That's the final key to the mansion. The key to the mansion. I think the shield key. Opens. That I'm not quite sure about. I think 4 doors. 3 maybe. Okay. I didn't save, did I? I need to. Just because there's a chance that things could go very, very wrong here. Wait, did I save? Oh my god. I'm just playing autopilot and I... Resident storeroom. I'll get more ink ribbons, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Yes, I will save again. And that's over. Good on blue herbs, for sure. I usually get bit on my way back.
This is Jill.
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. Doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad? Brad!
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad! Brad! Shit. It's broken.
I think Jill's campaign is supposed to be the canon one. Who knows? How do you normally kill those dogs? That's the thing. Holy shit. Like, it's safer to kill them, I guess, but it didn't really work out that way. Because I usually take less damage when I don't try to shoot them. I mean, on the bright side, from here on out, just never have to worry about them again. Alright, so you gotta kill some hunters. And this is where things might go bad. Probably not, but they might. Hunters, luckily, do not turn into crimsons. I Okay. Anyway, so yeah, now that door's fixed, and you can come and go as you please. See, I think I said in the last video, there's certain sections I think using the D-pad is very beneficial. Oops. No. How did I mess this up? I was gonna say this is one of them. Because the way the game's set up is whatever direction you're holding when you're running, like when the camera angle changes, that'll be the new straight. And if you're in a part with, like, you know, where they keep changing camera angles on you, it's better to use the D-pad, because at least then up is always going to be straight. So yeah, I usually just try to run by spiders here. There's a blue herb in the next room if you end up needing it. See. Yeah, I'm at a point now where I really don't need to be worrying too much about healing items. By the way, I mentioned you're gonna be in the mansion 3 times. The 3rd time is gonna be much shorter. Jeez. Grab that at least. Anyway, this is the room here that sword key would have opened. And I said there's no point opening it because I got here anyway. Like there's no reason to go through that door, honestly. I don't think there's anything there that I need. There's gonna be hunters in here now. Downstairs anyway. I think. Ow. There we go. If I was planning on saving Chris, I'd have to get the yellow jewel also. But there's one ending I haven't unlocked as Jill yet, and that means Chris has to get left behind. Yeah, I know it's not canon, but whatever. Whatever. Actually, hunters would jump through the window there. Like, if I were to keep going down that hall, then they'd jump through, and then they'd be in that area. Crikey, more grenade rounds. Um, there we go. There's gonna be hunters now, in that dog hallway. It's alright, I'm probably never coming that way again, so not worried about it. Alright, and then what else? I know there's a snake. Snake fight. That's ink ribbons. If I were to keep going that way. Don't really need those. Oh shit. I'm trying to play one-handed. By that I mean I was drinking something. Alright, so welcome to the third worst puzzle in the game, which really isn't that bad once you know how it works. But you can put stuff in the wrong area and have to move stuff around, so. Yeah, so apologies, haven't done this in a little while. Thing is, I know what to do now, but... Or wait. Yeah, I do. Alright, that should be good. There we go. Apologies, whoever happens to ever be watching this. Anyway, yeah, so that is my third least favorite puzzle in the game. First and second are actually pretty close to each other. And they will be in the next video. Anyway, what do we have? We have to kill Jan. So we do actually have to go this way anyway. I think the hunter's still here. Yeah. If you have the Magnum, don't worry too much about conserving shotgun ammo. Okay. So I think we just have to take down Jan and then we're done with the mansion. I guess I'll go this way. Yeah, that was a good idea. Okay. Well, stupid thing is I didn't even bring the grenade launcher. And you know how I just saved? Or I hope I just saved. I didn't want to do this, but I'm just going to. I mean, there's a longer path that would make it so I don't have to worry about getting hit, but I don't really want to do that. There we go. Okay, so the shield key opens 3 doors. All of them mandatory in order to beat the game. No. Yeah, I'm never gonna use that acid round, so just clear up the grenade launcher now. That's pretty much it for the second trip here in the mansion. Like I said, the next one's gonna be way shorter even. Just a quick run through and then that's it. And then moving on to the lab. But that's then, this is now. And for now, we're getting ready for the caves. Home of my 2 least favorite puzzles probably in the entire Resident Evil series. Or no, the crate pushing one in Resident Evil 0 is pretty freaking obnoxious. That's probably the worst one. That zombie's still trying to get through. That's alright. Never gonna see him again. Or hear him again. Or feel him again. Or whatever the other senses are again. There's another one where it's good to use the D-pad because, like, look at all these camera changes, just right there. When I use the analog stick to go through there, I'm always like getting myself mixed up. But see what I mean about setting yourself up for success, though? Like, look at all these defense items I have now, and like the weaponry I have at my disposal. I'm not even using the Magnum right now, and I still have a lot of grenade rounds in storage, a lot of shotgun ammo. So that's what that's about. The beginning portion of the game is about preparing yourself to kick some ass. So I'd either save here when I get to the caves. Doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, wait a tick. Uh-oh. We are missing a battery. Now, how did that happen? You know, my guess is this really shouldn't be too big of a detour because I'm pretty sure I know where it is. And it's not one hallway where I'm like, oh, there's nothing I need in there, is there? But I think there was. Let's see. Now you're gonna get poisoned. You know, it's always something here. Oh, shit. So that's a crimson head. Went down without too much of a fuss. There we go. And there might be one here too. Nope. Anyway, yes, I think it's the room. It's gonna be straight up. In here. If not, then I'm not sure, and I'll have to think it over. But yeah, no, this is it. Yeah, I skipped it when I came through here because I was thinking there wasn't anything of value in here, but I did for sure need the battery. Remember when I said I wasn't coming back through that hallway again? Or not hallway, but that area. I mean, now we're good. I think there's hunters in that hallway, so that's why I'm... Oops. So I'm gonna go this way and just bypass all that. Yeah, that time I tried with the analog stick. Wasn't that bad. Okay, now I can prepare my inventory. We'll need that for a little while. I think that's all I need for now. Actually, I won't even save it. So on the bright side, I did kill those dogs, so I don't have to worry about them. Which means I'm just gonna get to the save point in the caves, and then I'm gonna end this stream. This stream slash video. Might get poisoned here, but that's okay. I have that herb anyway. Alright. No poison, that's cool. Yeah, one of the biggest tips I can give to you if you're playing Resident Evil games is if you see an area with like herbs or healing items just sitting there already that you think looks like a spot that you're going to be coming back to, leave them there. That way they won't take up space in your inventory, and when you're in that area and you need a heal, then you'll know just go there and pick it up. Because it sucks having to throw away like healing items because you're out of inventory space. Anyway, we're pretty much to the caves now. Oh, come on. You have you like lined up perfectly. Experience. Like in the caves, except the spider boss. And with it. So like, you know, it's good to know, like, because I know I don't have to like carry a bunch of weapons with me. Let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, this thing is now junk. We're gonna get another one though. That'll be a hexagon as opposed to a square crank. Alright, let's go ahead and save the game. And that's going to do it for this particular video. In the next one, I am going to finish the game. So yeah. Until then, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there and enjoy your day or evening or whatever it is where you are. All right, take care.